pop out the chat. I want to make sure I follow this better this week. You guys are awesome, and I want to read the chat more. I know I saw EQRC. Awesome. You know, Eric, I think you got so much potential. I think your niche, I was going to say talk to you offline, but I'll tell you now, Eric, I think your niche is learning the history behind each plane and doing a video on it. I would love to learn from you. The way you speak about the planes, the different versions of them, the different details that one version or edition has versus the other. Like, a lot of this stuff is just beyond me. I don't know it. But if you do videos on certain planes, I would just sit there and watch and learn and learn and learn. Is the picture frozen? Yes, the picture's frozen. Definitely. We haven't actually started yet, guys. Sorry. Here, let me do a, let's see, quick transition. So you guys can see that I'm live. I can move it back and forth. You guys can see me. There's nothing frozen that I know of. Should be good. What's up, RC junkies? Says the RC flyby. We are RC junkies. I mean, good thing there's not needles involved in this hobby, because we'd be, and it's not funny. Not funny because it's a serious addiction for some people. But we'd be shooting up. You know, we are. We're getting high, right? We're getting high. All right. Let me hide myself again because it's not technically on. So here, so you guys see what, or say know what I'm doing. I click the I on my Logi plane. Logi is what I named my camera, Logi plane, and then I do a transition. When I do that transition, you'll see it take over, and then you'll just get the static image. But I tell you, I want this chat to stay on top. Let's see what I can do. Forward. Alright. Yeah, Rhonda. What's up, my beautiful wife? Can I just apologize in advance for any conversations you may come in on in the middle of? It's too easy to get off track. Thank you for saying hello to my wife. I appreciate that, Eric.
Telemetry recovered.
LOL noted. All right, so 7:59. I got heat on left. I got heat on right. Who was it last week? Asked me, "Are you cold?" And yeah, I am. My basement studio. Nothing fancy. Very technical, I guess, but nothing fancy. It is cold. A little warmer this week than last, though.
I remember when I lost my mind.
All right, 7:59. Excited. JB, you getting excited? You in here right now? It's chat. I gotta keep it up. I'm gonna move this over. There we go. So I'm running off of two screens. One of them is a widescreen. 8 o'clock. Bam. We're live. Mike SSI. All right. Dennis Farley. Pilot Ryan Media. See you soon. Definitely. You know what I was thinking about too is Pilot Ryan. You know, you're having to put the kids to bed awfully early because of your time zone and all. So definitely. But you also got the one up on me because I get tired. You went for how long? I don't even know. After I left, because I'm an hour before you, so you get a little bit of an advantage for your Saturday night show. King Rat will be back. You're definitely right about that. Stick of monkey pants. I'll be back in his best Terminator voice possible. All right. So one of the cool things about it, you know, is that Northeast FPV gave me permission to show their videos. You know, we could do an entire show just on their videos, but I only have an hour and a half, which is good because I only have so much energy and you guys get rowdy. So GB Linden is going to take over for me at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time because he is, what is it, Western Standard? No, Pacific, right? PST. So he's 3 hours behind me. He's way out on the West Coast, which is awesome. It works out well for us. So, Northeast FPV. But first, I want to welcome everybody to the show. I want to thank you for coming. 9 people I can actually see right now. 9 people are in the room, which is awesome. You know, there's people that definitely are devoted, and I don't want to lower my numbers. But this is a platform for you guys, not for me, for you guys, to be able to have something on Wednesday, especially if by chance you can't make a Saturday. All right, so I still have music playing in the background, which is cool because it's better than my voice. I'm actually listening to... Yeah, you guys can see that. Let's see what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys what it is that I'm watching and you guys are listening to. What you guys have been listening to the whole time, because now I'm actually monitoring in here, so you guys won't have to tell me. I'm hearing myself as well, which is not bad because it's only a couple seconds delay. But you guys won't have to tell me whether or not I am loud enough. So let's get this stuff up and running. Boy, this is fun. In all honesty, I was not in enough prep for tonight. And so I don't make apologies, but I'll make an apology. I don't feel bad. But I went out to an event today to feed the vets. And, you know, honestly, I thought I was going to get, like, say, a little bit of groceries. There was a veteran who asked me to go, and he likes, you know, it was that I saw his happiness in getting other veterans to go to get, say, some extra groceries. And so I really couldn't say no. It's like somebody offering you a beer. You're just like, yes, you know, I'll take it. At least the first one. So I'm going to turn up this music so I can hear it as well. There is so much within OBS that is going on. So back to the story is, you know, I go with him and I ride with him, and through no fault of his own, it turns out he kind of actually left me there. You know, that's the, like, say, the crude of it. But he also arranged for someone else who followed him to take me back, which I just waited for him but that was like an hour and a half. So I left my house at 1 and didn't get back until 6 for, you know, getting, say, some extra groceries in the house. I thought I was going to get a bag. And I'm walking around with this cart, and I'm like, you know, my kids will eat that. I don't have to buy that. And I'm, you know, putting all this stuff into my cart, and I'm like, this is, you know, I'm here. They gave me a free turkey as well. So that's cool. You know, and it's not like, say, I really need it, but it was nice for me to also participate in it. And I've also participated on the other end of it as well, to where I'm walking veterans around. And so it was nice to be, you know, understanding of the other side of it, because I'll be more involved in it for time to come. So let me get this other display capture up. I want you guys to see Northeast FPV. So
feel it trembling in gathering power.
I will say, oh, this is an OBS bug.
Merging me into its deadliness.
So it is, as long as you guys hear that. Let's see. Can I up it back? Alright, read this. Sound is great for you, Dennis? Alright, thank you. Yeah, and I can also see, I'm monitoring it. I have a headphone within a headphone. Pardon me to start it over a little bit.
Climbing in the sky becomes more enclosed in a dome of unreflected light. The blue above becomes purple, then black as sunlight fades.
There we go. We'll get rid of that bar on the left. It'll transition over. Now I feel like I have my wits about me.
Sightless, we may yet be seen by
We can even put Snoopy back up. Check this out.
for oblivion.
Yeah.
So weave and
All right.
peer beyond the tips of wings, scan above and behind.
Left ear I have live music. Right ear I have, I'm monitoring on my phone.
Harness mind, hand and eye to its raging power. Breathe its heady mist of hot oil.
I don't know if we got deuces in here yet or not,
Tang of those snarling pipes ranging the
but
pointed snout.
it is up high, the
Feel
volume
it
for the
trembling
music.
in gathering power through my feet and seat and spine, merging me into its deadliness.
Jeff Nichols, you're in the room? Oh yeah! I'm international. You guys are international. But I'm honored that you actually have the time to come in the show right now. Actually, a playlist that I have of Northeast FPV. So I went through, yeah, you guys can see that. I went through and made a playlist of all the videos that just have great sound. And look how much they have. I can just straight up have only them. All right. Let's also look up some Bitco Bobby. Let me read this chat. Jeff, what's up to me is this, enjoying the hobby, enjoying all this. And that's one of the things that Northeast FPV was saying, is how much he enjoys the hobby and the community. And, you know, you can't get enough. And I said, you know, until it is that you can say, make one of my live shows, and maybe even he's here now. But until it is that you can make one of the live ones, ain't it cool that there's people on the other side of the world that are enjoying his media? Because he says he stresses over, you know, puts a lot of time and energy into choosing the right music, the right soundtrack. And, you know, I'm learning, because I don't even know much about music, let alone putting it to movies, videos, you know. And there's another thing that a buddy of mine had said is, you know, if you're doing transitions, do it to the beat. And so when there's a beat, you do a transition. That way the music and the tempo matches the video changing. Well, that's just a little bit of video editing. We'll save that for a later time. Planes flying over the beaches of France. Isn't that awesome, Eric? I mean, you know, one of the things that they said, and I'm going to let this play a little bit more. Might as well, right? Is that one of the quad pilots was saying, you know, I want to get closer to the plane, but you don't necessarily need to, because then it sort of takes away from some of the realism of how real our models are. And this happened to be pertaining to the, was it 3-meter Fox glider? You know, let it play. That's what that thing is just naturally going to do. It's kind of like, say, a Havoc. You get it up there, it's going to want to play. And a lot of these videos, I hope I influenced them a little bit. Let these birds just play, you know, in their own natural atmosphere, especially this location. You know, like my wife said, you know, beautiful place to fly. Right now, I think, well above my own, and in my humble opinion, they have the best videos out. So, and it's because of this location, because they're so real. Can you imagine the feelings that they have for the Spitfire? You know, thank goodness for the troops that we had during World War II and Afghanistan, and Iraq, to bring the fight to them. Can you imagine what it's like to, say, feel that fight on your territory, like they did during World War II? And even if you weren't around then, you had these planes, you know, flying. All right, so I know you guys like jugs, and like I got to put in a, because my wife is watching, I got to put in a disclaimer here that jugs are planes, and I'm learning from these guys more than, let's see, more than, yep, here we go. Let's switch over to that. Check this out. Oh, you guys can see I'm in the middle of like enjoying this. Look at this beaut. Alright, let me read some comments while this plays. Snoopy's going down. 4. Oh yes, 4. That would be the Rhonda. The wonderful Rhonda. 4 beautiful kids upstairs. Alrighty. Thanks, Savoy. Not sure what Bitco Bobby was saying. Yes, Jim Terror, definitely a great P-51 video, and we're gonna check it out. He put out the P-51 and the Bearcat video this week, so we're definitely gonna do that. So Bobby, also on those videos, those models, like say the Bearcat and the P-51, the videos are out this week, but the models are not new. Is it that you're representing them? When were they actually introduced? Oh, Savoy, you were thinking Savoy Truffle. Okay. You know what? And Mike said to me, and now I understand, that it's easier when people are moderators, when everyone's a moderator, to read the chat. So, in Deuces, Mr. Michael's name, you guys, Savoy Truffle and Jeff Nichols, are now moderators. So next thing you say, you should be blue. And I definitely understand what he's saying about the So that's one of their latest videos this past week. Let's see when else. I mean, I could play it all. Play their videos all day. And I do during
Never
work.
in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many.
That quad pilot is good. And that's what I was saying earlier. Dennis Farley, Mr. Dennis Farley, is now a moderator. That I hope I had some sort of influence on him to just be chill with the flying. Now they do what they want, I'm sure. But you don't have to worry about getting up there. Especially in this environment. You know, let the plane do its thing. Look at how real that looks.
So the pilot climbing in the sky becomes more enclosed in a dome of unreflected light.
This is awesome.
The blue above becomes purple.
I'm going to make sure you guys can hear this
black as
listening to
sunlight
my second
fades.
line.
These ever-deepening hues conceal more murderous intent than 1,000 years of ordinary crime. Sightless, we may yet be
It is
seen
epic,
by
Jeff.
100 eyes, and framed for oblivion in gunsight's glowing graticules.
My brother's
So weave and peer
texting
beyond
me,
the tips of wings,
but what I'm going to
scan
do
above and behind,
is actually
behind this thundering blur
share with him
blades
this
join
video.
living tissues
Be like,
and
you know
all
what?
senses to this puissant miracle.
It's probably a video
Harness mind,
of
hand, and eye to its raging power. Breathe
happy
its
birthday
heady mist of
to
hot
my daughter.
hot glycol.
Her birthday was yesterday. So,
So
help me, guys. Wish me luck. I have a teenage daughter in the house now. But she is awesome. She's definitely awesome.
And seat and spine, merging me into its deadliness.
You hear that?
High Flight by John Gillespie McGee Jr.
I have my headphones
Oh, I
turned
have
up
slipped the surly
so I
bonds
can
of
hear it
earth
as well.
and danced the skies on
Really
laughter
different things on
silvered
the
wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of
So
sun-split
Bitco Bobby,
clouds,
new models
and
coming
done
in
100
2020,
things you
but the
have dreamed.
models this week.
Wheeled and
Let me see if
soared
maybe you
and
put it in the chat.
swung high
But the
in
models
sunlit
that you released a
silence.
video for this
Hovering
week,
there,
the
I
Mustang,
chased
are
the
they
shouting
new?
wind along and flung my eager
All the
craft
planes
through
we've been
footless
doing are the
halls
new
of air.
versions.
Up,
Most of them are
up the
V2.
long,
They have
delirious
newer
burning
electronics.
blue. I've topped
Paint,
the
light,
windswept heights with easy
and
grace
light board.
whenever lark or even eagle flew. And
Pterodactyl.
while with silent lifting mind
Mr. Jim,
I've trod the high untrespassed
you are now
sanctity
a
of
moderator.
space, put out my hand and touched the face of God. Oh, I have slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100
Yeah.
things you have not dreamed
This is
of.
awesome.
Wheeled and soared
You are
and
welcome,
swung
Mr. Jim, sir.
high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up,
Oh, yes,
up
yes,
the long,
Jim.
delirious
I do
burning
have to worry
blue.
about every boy in town.
I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace
Look at that.
whenever lark or even eagle flew. And while with silent lifting mind I've trod the high untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.
So one of the things that I also want to
100
help out
years of
with
history, with blood amongst the sky.
is editing. If you guys or gals can use in any way some editing tips, an entire video, a series, or just reach out to me with questions, please let me know. One of the things that I want to do in this hobby is say promote the quality, show off what it is you guys already do so well. So that's also why I'm going to start something to where, and a week goes by very quick, which is good and bad from Wednesday to Wednesday. But I want to, midweek, between Wednesday to Wednesday, I want to put out a video that you guys can drop your link of your video in, and those are the links that I'll be showing here. Like I was saying earlier, if you guys missed it or weren't here, I was saying to Bitco Bobby that last week the links that he was dropping in the live chat, they were good, but they were not working. Like say I'm going to try a link for what Jeff sent me, and like I say, I'll look at it later on and it'll work. But right now during the live chat, they're not. I think it's because of the kid thing. You know, I know Jeff. I know he's a good dude. And I know he's got some kids that he even has them on his videos. And we were talking about that. Like, you know, we have to be careful about that. So they don't want these links to be dropped in. And if say a kid is by chance watching, who knows where this link is going to take them? Who knows what kind of video it actually could be? So I'm going to go ahead and close this one down, and I'm going to try to figure out what Jeff is wanting me to watch. Check this out for a mini movie. I'm a friend of the Airfield Museum that 303 operated from. Awesome. This model is on display at the airfield. It operated. Oh, wow. History. All right. So is that on your channel? Because let's see. I should be able to click on, say, your name and go to channel. I don't know. Yep, it's going to take me within that link. All right. So this is where YouTube gets fun, because what I'm actually going to do is go back in here, restore chat. I can pop it out. That way I can see it over here on my other screen. And so I'm going to need you, Mr. Jeff Nichols, to let me know whose channel that is, and then we'll go searching for that video so we can play it. Let's get a little YouTube action going on. All right, the Ultimate FMS P51 display. So let's go to Jeff and OLS. If you guys don't know it, like when I write, I can spell, but when I type, I can't. And honestly, I'm asking my wife all the time to help me spell something out. So Jeff Nichols, 2 L's. Let's see what that comes up as. All right, subscribed, yes. I don't have the bell on. Don't tell Jeff I don't have the bell on. All right, videos. I'm guessing it's one of the last ones here. There you see his cute kids. So FMS P51. Do we have it on your channel? Is it down? I'm scrolling down. Okay, your channel, Ultimate FMS P51 video. Tell me whether I should. Okay, quite old. So I'm going down. I should be able to recognize. I see a Spitfire. I'm going to keep going down. He said quite old. So Jeff, tell us in the chat, along with how to find this, which one it is. What's up with this model that you did, FMS P51? Like, did you do a little bit of Jeff's custom on this to make it even more like the full version? All right. Am I still going down? Mr. Jeff. Calling out to Mr. Jeff. Oh, I definitely did not see this video with 74 millimeter EDF on a Radian. Okay, go to my playlist, RC Movies. We'll do playlist, RC Movies. And then let's see, RC, I see RC models and RC plane movies. He said RC plane movies. So I'm going to go there. It's going to start playing. But is this the one? No, it's probably over here. So I'm going to say P-51 Mustang take flight. Let's see, FMS Mustang 3. We'll play this in the meantime. It may not be the right video, but it's the right plane. I'm hearing some nice music, right? So this is nice. You know, and yeah, we heard you, Bobby, on getting a little giggity on the Mustang during your video. It was nice. And we will be playing that tonight. The ultimate FMS P51 display. Is this the one that you wanted to watch? Look for black and white screenshot. Yep. The ultimate. We'll click. Sorry to disappoint anybody if you wanted to watch the other one. Oh yeah. This quality stuff here. I'm enjoying this. That's it. I'm gonna if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna see myself out. Logie plane, cross out the eye, do the transition. Goodbye. I'll be here though. Your license is active, or even if you just taken the wheel controls for a little while. fundamental to be careful, to watch all around you. That's what these pilots are going through, and how much energy it takes for your brain. You know, they had to do it for hours and hours, be an escort. Able to possibly see this for the first time because it's, you know, like you said, quite an old video. But Jeff's able to show off his work from the other side of the world to a live audience. This is where we need to get Eric Quinn in here. What is the B for? P51B versus some of the other models. Let's see, I gotta click on this to go out. Alright, got some Bitco Bobby. We got the Hellcat. Yeah, I think after that we should be watching some of this Mustang here. I'm gonna definitely go to the spot where we can see some retracts. Because check this out, guys. Dynam retracts. There we go.
And then our upgraded retracts as well. It's about 36 degrees out right now. A little cold and rainy, and these things are working flawlessly. Also, you can see I have the Detrim decam on it so we can get a little in-flight footage, and yeah, I'm super stoked to get this thing up in the air. So without further ado, let's do it. All right, rudder, left, right, up, down, left, right. All right, let's do this.
Sounds good, volume's good.
Holy smokes, look at that. My goodness. Look at that. Man, is she graceful. I'm only about half throttle right now, and she's flying beautifully.
Is UK designation.
Coming back around here, it's pop
Mustang
up these
3
retracts for you guys. Ooh.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, the slow flight on this
I appreciate
is awesome.
putting you on the big screen. It's my pleasure, actually.
That.
I'm glad to show off some of your finer
Full
work. I
power
imagine
going
some of your
up,
finer. I can't
spinning around.
imagine it getting much better than that. I'm going to turn off my echo.
This thing has a really nice presence in the air. I'm a P51 junkie, though. I absolutely love P51s. It shows up really well.
And yeah,
that red nose especially.
Jeff Nichols.
Look at that.
Talk to
your kicking her in the butt.
Your beach guys, Northeast FPV. Let them know you made the show live, and they'll see it. They'll check it out. Let them know what you thought. You know.
Stay in the power for a minute. Woo!
Bobby can fly, right, guys? Not every pilot should try that close to the ground.
Meow.
I like this. You know, bring out the kid in us. Enjoy the video.
Look at this thing.
Enjoy
The slow
flight.
flight's crazy on it.
So Bobby,
I don't
how
have any
was
flap in it yet either.
the stall on that,
that.
slow? Did you
Glad to
feel
see
it?
some
Were
of
you
the snow
fighting it
finally
at all?
melting. It's a little
And how was the
easier to
CG
fly out here now.
for the stall at
Coming
that
into
speed
power.
to be able to do that, or what is it? You know, because this is a warbird. What is it that's making this?
Whoa.
That looked pretty slow.
Rocky there. All right.
The light wing loading, definitely,
is that
Fred.
thing
That's what I was
beautiful.
thinking too.
Let's go ahead. I'm going to go
Right.
into this other end here and then come back by and set up for a little dirty pass.
You can definitely tell he's got a CG nice
All right,
on
gear
it.
coming down and full flap right now. And I have, look at that. It's coming in beautifully and I don't have any mix in my flap right now yet.
And Bobby, you did really good with the timing. I like that. So the viewer can see
This thing actually flies
With the
pretty
view of the
similar to
plane,
the Spitfire V2
what it
just
does
as far as slow
or
fly
doesn't
goes.
do
That thing's really nice.
when you apply the
slow
flaps.
flyer as well. And the new four-bladed props look very scale.
So I got some answers from EQ. Second model came out.
Look at that. All right.
Let's see
Gear
if he
coming
said
up,
something
flaps
else.
up, power
But
coming
he's
in.
probably answering my B
Inverted for a minute.
question. Oh, look at that wheel
And dropping
spinning.
in.
You guys see that wheel spinning?
Coming at a minute. And dropping in. Coming at us. Yeah, this thing's pretty solid, I have to say. It's,
Pretty agile too.
It's a very nice plane. I'm flying at full rate also with about 20 to 25% expo on aileron and elevator.
Okay,
and
so B.
it seems to be plenty for it. It's pretty snappy and yeah, I really enjoy it.
Flies great when it's a little nose heavy. Doesn't have any bad tendencies at low speed. You know, I would
I just
say
can't get over for 3S. This thing's so zippy.
some planes like this
It's definitely no pooch.
fly them nose heavy. One of these days, I'm going to have a mechanism with a servo to move the battery forward and back to change the characteristics of the flight in flight.
Knife edge is pretty good too. Look at that.
All right, so we're going to come back to this one, but we're also going to check out the Bitco Bobby Snowy Bearcat. And anybody else, definitely put some emojis in or put in a link. I'll see that more so, and then I'll go to the video. You'll have to walk me to it. The Hellcat, definitely.
Today with Bitco Hobby, and today I have the Dynam Hellcat. And what I've done today is I've taken off the wheel covers here so we can have some
can tell you guys
fun in the snow.
that when
This is a great plane if you don't have skis or
I
something to put on
learned
your aircraft to get off the ground in snow. This one has big enough
all
wheels
of the cats
that really don't have any
getting into
issue
the
getting
hobby,
through a little bit of snow
learning
here and
about
there.
the
So this is a
full-scale
really fun one to
planes
take out on these kind of days. So let's
and
get
all
up in
the
the air.
cats together. It was pretty cool.
All right, look at that.
What is the
right up, nice
the
and
F-14
smooth.
is a cat, right? Tomcat. So the F-14 flying with some of these other planes,
All right, let's go ahead. Get the gear
it boggles the
tucked away.
mind about, like, say, that a jet can fly so slow to fly with some of these planes. But then again, some of these planes, you know,
All right,
they were
coming
pushing
in
them
for a
during
low
World War
pass.
II. They were definitely trying to find, you know, the fastest speed possible. And even some of the planes, they
Get up
found
and turn it
the
back around here.
speed of sound. And they said, oh, this is too much. Can't handle it. The flight characteristics of the plane.
Wind pushed me
As you
around
guys
a little bit there.
They couldn't do it. And it's also amazing to me that, you know,
Coming in low to the snow.
some of the things they had to do to change it was just sweep the wings back. You know, it's like they didn't necessarily think that. The technology was completely different for testing as well. 2,000 horsepower. So our 2800 is the motor with guns. River, you could use the battery tray like E-Flight uses and a servo with a link rod. Definitely.
All right, let's go ahead and turn it around here and
to say the whole
come in for
battery,
another low knife edge pass.
pop it in, you know, and then make sure the servo's attached to it and the whole battery tray moves up and back. That would be awesome. Especially on a lot of planes. You know, you may really want to change that plane in flight.
Like I said, this is one of my favorite aircraft on the Dynam line. It just it flies so smooth, so graceful in the air. Has plenty of power. It's just a really fun plane.
Or if you're switching to different
and it's great in the wintertime because it takes off of, it has big enough wheels to take off of pretty much any surface as long as there's not too much snow.
To be a little bit,
all right, let's go ahead and set up for a little gear pass.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and that's what I mean, Jeff, is to say, have it forward. You know you're going to take off. You know you're going to get in the air, and then you can move it back. And you don't even have to move it back to the CG point. You just can have the luxury of putting it so far forward and then move it back a little bit. Weaven battery tray. Definitely 1999 at a hobby shop near you. You know, you're right. Put in the whole thing. The whole kit. And then later you can make it for a specific,
right through a little bit of slush and snow with no problem. All right, guys, and that's the Dynam Hellcat. Watch it and check us out at bitgohobby.com to get.
Let's see one more time. See, does Bobby know how to land? Yeah.
Look at that.
Don't you love hearing that?
Right through a little bit of slush and snow with no problem.
Bringing it in.
All right, guys, and that's the Dynam Hellcat. Watch it and check us out at bitgohobby.com to get yours.
That's definitely good stuff. So, Pusa Studios, you see them here, or you see them over here. That's husband and wife. If you guys haven't been to their channel, check it out. They got a lot of tips. They're actually live every night. They're one of the people that inspired me, along with Pilot Ryan. You know, hey, too, you can go live as well. But it's really you guys. You know, you guys are the ones that drive the show. I could, you know, I could do something like this and the show goes on. I would have to still play something, right? Let's go back to this P-51. Play that.
All right. Come back around. I'm trying to stay close so you guys can see it pretty good. It's gloomy out, and I had to mess with the camera settings a little bit to get it to show up with that silver. So
it's
I
nice
hope you guys
to
can see it okay.
The Dynam retracts.
Try some flat
working so nicely. Little cross control here. Oh, I see now why this is so difficult to read these words for you guys. Is because my screen.
Wow, this thing's fun.
Is actually stretched.
And this is only my third flight with it, and I'm feeling really comfortable with it already. It's a pretty nice plane. I have the MSR 66A Sport receiver in it as well. That's one of my new favorites for the Detram receivers.
All right, if you don't mind, I'm going to go to some more of the Northeast FPV. Let's see what else. I'm going to go to one of the playlists that I have. Find out which one. Freewing F-22. No edits. Actually, this FMS P-47 Razorback. Hey, look at that. I pop up on here. That's good. Starting to do some stuff with YouTube.
Diagonal, just a smidgen,
you know, trying to do a little bit of work on getting my channel out there. The more we're going to be able to share, the more I grow.
blew the propeller.
And I do have some ideas that I'll be adding to the show week to week.
Ah, it's got plenty of power to get in, hasn't it? You got flapping, like?
Alright, let's see this.
Standing still.
Free wing F-22. That's going to be
That is recording, isn't it?
a nice chase. We'll start.
Dude. As soon as I fell, look, it blew it.
I thought I was going to hit you, man, when it was in reverse.
No,
I almost feel like asking them as if they're here. I know Jeff is in here.
Didn't think it would have.
But you were sitting right on the tailpipe there.
Mr. Jeff
Aye.
Tui. I can't pronounce that. Tui. You are now a moderator. So this one's ground. I was thinking this one was a chase. I do want to see them chasing
That's so dialed in, that plane, like, isn't
a
it?
jet.
I would never get shot of this time. You've got people on the beach here.
Ground footage. Yeah, this is actually another one that I wanted you guys to watch if you haven't seen it. This ground footage. Let's check this one out. Should be starting over. And I'll go full screen for you guys. Look at what they're flying out there. Now, not only are we seeing them on the ground with a Spitfire back there spinning its prop, but we're going to see them fly together in formation. So Jeff Tui was saying, but a nose-heavy tail dragger loses a prop. Don't ask me how I know that. Right, so, and what Jeff is saying is that, you know, say the characteristics of each bird, you got to know them. I'll tell you guys a quick story. Is after I landed my first tail dragger, I then did ground ops, because it's so difficult and you really got to get it down, be able to keep that tail planted. And I did a lot of it. And then I broke off the prop on asphalt. I was a noob back in the day. And don't ask me how I know, but you can get a bird back in the air, a 3-blade prop, a dynam. Don't do it. Use your own common sense. Don't do it. I was a noob. You can't get it back in the air with super glue. I did a good job super gluing it on. But I was in the air. I raised the throttle or something, and that third prop spun off. You know, before then I was very careful to, you know, have it facing this way, spinning that way. But yeah, it was in the air, lost that prop. I was able to shut it down. You know, motor spinning on 2 props, all out of balance. Put it down, and not too much damage. Flap installation video. Is there a certain bird, Eric, that you're trying to put flaps on? You know, and I'll tell you one thing too, Eric, is what's very important for flap installation, what can be important, is the type of joint that you use. Because you can have the simple flaps to where they're just, say, coming down. You can do a split flap, and then one of the joints that I had is the flap as it pushed as the rod pushed it, it went down and out. So it got that air underneath. Maybe Fowler flap. Someone correct me, you know, if that's different. But yeah, definitely pay attention to the type of joint that you use for the flaps. Yeah, look at this. I mean, how often do you actually see 4 birds like this, especially with a bomber, flying around? This is what it's all about. It's guys getting together and they're doing these videos and they're flying all sorts of things. Jets, bombers, warbirds, sailplanes, quads. What, they even had a flying car? Valor flaps is what Jeff Nichols is saying. Nice landing on the bomber. Reminds me of my B-17. I heard that noise, that whine, kind of sort of high pitch, and it reminded me of my B-17, and it was.
I didn't realize I couldn't go away. You couldn't between both away? God, I thought Cal was bad.
Here, check out Brian Phillips. That's what I was thinking about, Brian Phillips. He definitely adds some things. I believe he did a flap install vid on the turbojet. That's what I watched back then. So you know what? The flaps. I know that he did an install on. It was actually the same plane I did flaps on as well, and I'm going to think of it later as to what the name is. There's a plane I crashed with my buddies. I think I stalled it.
Go fast.
Yeah, he's pretty thorough on everything. He does take some time in his videos, and he's not cutting or anything. It's just you watching him say build. Eric, what plane are you trying to put the flaps onto? Oh, you said the FMS B-25. That's the one you're actually trying to put the flaps on? What's up, Blitzo? How are you tonight? Nice to see you. All right, 15 people in the room on a Wednesday night. Good stuff. Definitely happy to see everybody here. All right. 8 likes. That's plenty for me. Plenty for the channel, plenty for the videos. 8 more than I deserve. It's these guys that are doing awesome stuff. Speaking of that, let's also check out, not to self-promote, trust me, one of the videos, we'll do it on another one. One of the videos that I released this week, and it's not self-promoting me, it is this pilot. This was just, say, crazy good stuff. It's big too. So this was a Hawker Hunter. I didn't even say no about it until I was at the air show asking the guy. He was, you know, they're all very friendly. But I'm looking at this bird, and it was a little dusty inside this trailer because I think he literally just stores it in there. Makes sense, right? Especially if you can see how big it is. Not something you would bring through your living room into your basement or whatever else. But then next thing I know, and it was towards the end of the air show, that he brings it out. I'm like, you know, still even then, I'm like, is he gonna fly it? Next thing you know, he's putting it together. You still don't know because there's so many things you got to be careful on, to be cautious on these jets and really check them over every flight. Anything can change. And you could be losing a jet like this. It's not worth it. You know, check it all out. And then he's flying it. But did you guys see that takeoff? Does anybody actually know, like, say what caused that? Did you guys see that front wheel like turning like that? I was scared. I don't know if you guys saw, but I was actually, say, holding back and thinking, hey, it could, you know, it could go down. Well, thank you, RC Flyby. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. I appreciate it. The channel appreciates it. Yeah. I mean, easily, and this jet, easily 10. All right, so I don't know. If this is going to be streaming right now or not. We shall see. Alright, so are we back? Alright, so are we back? We are back, alright, good stuff. We are back, alright, good stuff. Had my whole computer just shut down and start back up. Blue screen of death. Just shut down and start back up. Blue screen of death. Luckily it's a decent computer, even though I bought it a while ago. Trying to get back up to where we were. I bought it a while ago. Trying to get back up to where we were. Sorry, Snoopy. Trying to get back up to where we were. Take you out. Take you out. Put myself back in. And again, for those looking to learn a little bit of OBS, what I'm doing is in my sources. In my sources. Oh wait, you guys may actually have an echo now that I'm monitoring my own channel. Oh wait, you guys may actually have an echo now, or is it just me? Monitoring my own channel. Oh wait, I'm gonna turn that off. Luckily, I don't have my speakers set up, but I clicked into my channel. I don't see the chat as myself from where I was, but if I go to another video, another screen here, and this is, you know, saying just in case it crashes, and Kenny had to do this on his live show, is that I can go into my live stream and click in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn down this, but then at least I can see the chat. So here's the chat, and this is like, say, the worst case scenario, because I can't, and I'll put this on this other screen. What I really need to do is go in and find the chat from the actual live stream itself, from, say, the control panel. So I've done this a little bit, found it in different ways. I'm going to click go live. But what I'm hoping here is that I'm going to see this. Yep. So now if I see this, I can say just click in here and get my live chat back, and I'm back in my, say, control room. And so now I'll see the preview as well. So there's a little bit of what happens when you go down and how to get back up. I feel like a little bit of Rocky music should be playing right now, you know what I mean? And now let's see, get my logi. All right. Yeah, that is good craziness. Let me let this video play through. I have to reload some things to maybe even get myself up and running. Reload the webcam. And before the show, just so you guys know about the green screen, is based on my clothing, the color of my clothing. I do the adjustments to make sure it all looks good. So what I'm going to do, you guys don't even need to see me anyway, but we will try. Yeah, earlier in the show, what I did was I removed it from source and then I added it. So it's going to be video capture device. I'm going to choose Logi plane. I'm going to switch it back. Yep. Alright, so now I have me. It added me back. Gonna move myself down bottom right. But I'll show you guys one of the things that I do. You'll see at the top of this, you can actually see my light. But I'm going to go into my camera. I can configure video. And this is what I can do. And you'll actually see the camera control. I can zoom in just a little bit, as you can see that. That way the light up there, I don't have to worry about. I'll hit apply, hit OK, and then hit OK on this. So now we're back. Yep. So that's a little bit of OBS for you. And one of the things, well, I need your chat. Your chat's very important. Let's get that up. I'll take this over here and bring that back up. All right. So let me pop this chat out. All right. And thank you guys for staying with me through all of that. It's always fun when you go through things like that. Watch this landing. Craziness. All right. You want to say bye?
Yeah, bye.
Say thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, the cutie.
You want to give them a reminder to like? Yeah. Say like. Subscribe. And comment down below. All right. Say bye.
Bye.
And one more landing, because I know you guys like that. Yeah, it's doing all right here. Starting to see my own videos pop up for the recommendations, which is definitely nice. All right, some other videos that we have. Who else would like to show off a video from their channel? Now's the time. Let me also read. Whoa! Captain Photon in the house. It's always a better show when Captain Photon is in the audience. He's like the king heckler. Can you guys just imagine him? A live show with a comedian? He would be getting under that guy's skin so much, but yet the comedian would be like, oh man, you're making the show better, so I love you. Avio C-130 crash. That's the first one back in the day. If you guys haven't seen that one, I kind of don't want to show it now because it's going to say bring me down. It's hurtful to watch that C-130 go down over there. And it goes down in the water. It gets a little salty and everything. So Jeff Nichols, I got a build video of split flaps and slats on a PZ-109. Boy, what is that plane? I'll figure it out later about what the plane is. All right. I'm going to play one of these videos in the background while I catch up on the chat. Oh my God. Isn't that painful, guys? And this was like right when the C-130 was out. Like, you know, C-130's out. He does all this work to get it going, and this happens on it. So I don't know. All right, that's good. So I'm good. I'm seeing myself here. But up here on my live stream, it's not doing too well. All good. Now I want to read these chat.
Started touching good.
Me?
Aye.
You want?
No, I said, was it?
Oh no.
Well, it would have been another 20
I
foot
had
lower.
the wheels hit the ground.
So Bitco Bobby, we're gonna have to get the name of your personal channel so that we can all say subscribe there as well. So you're building, Eric, or customizing a 1470 FMS B25. So B25 is dual props, dual motor. I appreciate it, Captain Photon. This is neato. This is a nice way to show everybody's videos, and it was nice earlier for us to watch some of these videos that Jeff Nichols had on his channel that a lot of us haven't seen before. We're all watching it together, you know. If Farmer Man Rose were in the room, he'd be talking about popcorn and turbines. RC Group's Beagle Squadron. Oh, is that the... As the other thing about the C-130 is it's near and dear to my heart. I jumped out of a C-130, you know, middle of the night, middle of the day, watched Humvees get taken out of them by parachutes while I was in the Army. So it's a very near and dear plane to me, along with seeing the AC-130 gunships in Afghanistan just for practice fire, but they were firing on a mountainside in the middle of the night. I had on NVGs, and the gunships, cannons were exploding on the side, and what it looks like through NVGs is like 4th of July, like a firework. In the daytime, it's literally just an explosion, dust. But at night, through NVGs, you're seeing sparks go everywhere. The world is a different place through night vision goggles, especially when you're overseas in Afghanistan where your light is controlled. This version that he painted for this C-130 is for UK Special Operations C-130. And still catching up on these. these chats. But Rhonda, you got to take everything Captain Photon says with a grain of salt. He's the one you got to watch out for. No, he's a tremendous amount of fun. Always adds so much to every live show.
Yeah. Oh, that will come back. Well, I was very impressed when I saw that.
Take myself out for a sec.
David? Anything to say?
Shit happens. It happens with the real thing. I saw that as well. Well, yeah.
This is worse than when you crashed the Hawk, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because I didn't really care about the whole. That's the burnt ESC there.
That's some painful damage.
Yep, TCP.
I've actually put my motor pods back on twice on this. 2 crashes. Once
Is any glue on it?
got me this plane for free because the props disintegrated. Once because I was a complete idiot and flew under conditions of really bad fog.
Oh, fucking hell.
But what I was trying to do was get a lot better at flying,
Guess so.
and I was overly confident.
Because if you lost, if you lost an outboard
It's
motor,
kind of like love iron,
anything,
full hard hands.
anything more
Probably
than
like with the full wheel
idle,
running.
Well, that
it would
way
cork
would just
screw
be
over,
like that, wouldn't it?
which it did.
I'm hungry for barbecue. Thanks, Photon.
Nothing to say.
Oh yeah.
Plane is looking rather wet.
It is wet. It's been in the sea. It's been for a swim, but I'm sure it's not the last time.
A Captain Photon night? I think there should, Captain. You did a live stream once. That's all I saw. You want to check out any of your videos, Captain Photon? Let's see if I can catch up in the chat real quick. Blood so he is, says Captain Photon. Pilot Ryan's up. How are the kids? Wednesday night. I was saying earlier, you know, if there's other thing you guys are doing, those who want to check out some awesome videos and display the quality of their work on a Wednesday, you know, feel free. This is what this Wednesday's for. It's Weaven Wednesday. But if you guys got your own show on Saturday night, that's fine. Or Friday night, Dave's RC. It's all good. He's probably bowling because he hasn't shown up. He said he was, but he's not. All right, so Jeff, those links, they're not working during the live chat, so you're gonna have to tell me what it is. I can tell though if you put it in there, which is cool. That way people can see it later on. But it doesn't allow me to go during the show. Of Moonsea, I presume, says Pilot Ryan. Oh, well, Dennis, great name. Need a translation. GB's in the house. GB, how is your show going for 9:30? Are you all set to run? Let me get another video up and playing here while we are waiting. This one is, this is mine, but I'm not showing it for mine. If you guys want to show another one, Jeff, what was that video? Let me go down. Jeff, check my movie playlist. It's in there. Okay, I will.
Oh yeah, look at that beauty.
I'm gonna try and read what video you want me to play. Let's go to Jeff Nichols now.
I've never seen stuff like this. This is so worth it to me.
2 L's. Jeff Nichols. Alright, so he's saying movie playlist. It's in there. RC model movies. What was the video that we're looking for, Jeff? Thanks, Captain Photon. I really appreciate that. I wish I were more on my game today, but it's all good. Had a, something that should be small amount of time turned into, more. But hey, that's what happens. And I had a good adventure. Had a good time hanging out with a fellow veteran. So it is what it is. You can't, if you're stuck somewhere, be all upset knowing that you got to prepare for your show. Have fun wherever you are, no matter what you're doing. All right, Jeff Nichols. Captain Photon, lag. You should be able to hit live. And it takes you through. It may have been 5 minutes. Captain Photon. God loves me, Weaver. Not so much blood, so. But if there is ever any lag, you guys can hit live and it will bring you current. The pack corrugated board all throughout it to help impact that exploded, and the howitzer broke into pieces also. So let's see. They pack corrugated board all throughout to help impact. So yeah, what the Fred Barron is saying is there's like, say, a honeycomb board on a metal platform, and above that is the vehicle. They strap the vehicle down, but underneath they put the honeycomb board. And what happens is the springs, the compression of the vehicle goes down, so they take advantage of the springs of the vehicle when it hits the ground from a parachute, and it also crushes the honeycomb. And when you're in the civilian world and doing heavy drops, I'm going to play this one in the meantime till I see the words from Jeff Nichols of what to play. Thanks for stopping in. Enjoy your dinner. It's all good, Bledsoe. So, in the civilian world, when you're dropping platforms, you have to undo all of the buckles, all of the straps, all of the ratchets. But in Afghanistan, and I was privileged enough to be participating in a heavy drop, you just literally take out your K-bar, your knife, your military issued, and you slice all those straps. You're not gonna, recover them. Even the parachutes, hundreds, thousands of dollars worth of huge silk parachutes. We actually hired the locals to burn them. And for us, we just pulled out over top of that honeycomb. And the buddy and I that were clearing this vehicle from the straps, if we cut as much as we could see. It was in the middle of the night, This was a very big Black Ops mission. 5 C-17s from Germany flying Black Ops to Afghanistan to drop in the middle of nowhere where there's these guys, us on the ground waiting for this equipment to build ourselves a runway in the middle of nowhere. And so we would, once it was on the ground, we cut the straps, tried to go forward. Nope, find more straps to cut. And we're also running over the honeycomb at the same time. It was fun. 15 heavy drop platforms in the middle of the night, in the middle of Afghanistan. Failed 80-second airdrops. Yep. I was actually watching some of those today, and the guys were just enjoying them. And I think it was, say, full-size Humvees coming in and burning in. That's what it's called, burn in. So instead of a parachute staying in the air, keeping the vehicle to come down slow, And just so you guys know, we got GB here helping me out. How did you say, GB, for the show? I feel like I saw your name in here for if you're ready to take this screw off my hands. I should be ready to go. Yep, there it is. So it is 9:29. So luckily Rhonda was texted me, letting me know when I went out earlier, frozen. Yeah, I can't believe the computer crashed on me, like literally blue screen of death, and had to set all this back up. But that's why you know, go through these settings as much as possible and get used to them. I have pictures. You know what? One of these days, Fred, we're gonna get together. We're gonna see some of this stuff. We're gonna make a good movie. I got a picture at one time of me jumping out of a plane, and the only like shot I got was like of my wrist off in the distance. I was jumping out of a plane and captured a shot. All right, Hump Day RC. We are ready. It's 9:30. So let's switch over to GB. Let's put him on the channel here. GB. Linden. Let's check it out. Check it out. Live. We're waiting. Let's see what's up. There he is.
Hey, I just
oh no, it's an ad.
site for my business. Let's check it out.
I'm not going to make you guys listen to this ad. But do him a favor. Otherwise, and you know, even if you just put your phone down, listen to the ads. Check them out. All right. So we'll wait for GB to let us know when he's ready.
All right,
Hey,
guys.
hey! He's ready. He's ready.
In the house.
There we go.
And I've got something here.
Thank you, Dennis.
Afterburner. I have not
Thank you, Jim.
this box
I
yet.
appreciate it, Rhonda.
It is super light, so I actually hope there is something in it.
Off to the GB show. Thank you for taking over, GB.
It may not even be in there. So
head on over if you can, guys.
We're at Goonie.
I'm out.
What's up, dude?
I'm going to stop the show.
We are going to do an unboxing of this package.
Thank you all for coming to my show. It's a privilege for me to hand it over to GB. Weaven Wednesday's out.
But we will take